Hello, I'm Barry John. Welcome back to Let's Play Descent. I have a whole bunch of co-commentators and I'll let them introduce themselves.
This is Dr. Bones.
It's Leylight again. Same old Leylight.
This is Solitaire.
System Air here, Sir System Air.
And welcome to... Is that a monster spawner that's spawning Plasma Hulks, the level?
Well, we gotta ramp things up somehow, right?
Oh, this level.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see these catwalks come back, too.
Oh, yeah. But, so yeah, the Plasma Hulks are back with a vengeance. And...
I mean, I was commenting on an earlier video,
Yeah.
how do you keep the player moving in a situation where they'd otherwise have full control over their territory? And this is one way. It's hard to establish territory control when you can barely hit the enemies.
It is possible to snipe things
by
through
the way-
those catwalks, but...
I love keeping the key card just out of reach there.
but yeah, just flying through that last little corridor there, when you come through it, you are going to be taking some damage, so be prepared for that.
This corridor has always reminded me of, like, Doom-esque level design.
Oh yeah, where you're running out of the open and they're firing at you from the shooting gallery.
Yeah, exactly.
I can see that.
I mean, I guess that kind of helps emphasize that it really is you against the world there. There's a lot of opponents. I don't know necessarily if it's intentional design from the robots or the humans, but certainly it helps spice things up.
Yeah. I mean, you can, like, once again, we talk about, like, level design as storytelling. What sort of story is being told where we've got all of these, like, open, like, these visibility corridors in the middle of larger rooms? Are they, like, being used to spy on people or watch things happen as they go along?
I mean, we're out in
Wouldn't
Pluto.
surprise
Who's
me.
there to spy on other than the other scientists?
Or the robots?
The observation bay. I mean, this is supposed to be military now. We've gone well past quote-unquote civilian mining. You know, we're deep into PTMC and military-industrial complex themes, apparently.
Yep. And by the way, people, when you're coming through that room, stay low because the Plasma Hulks, if you go up too high, they'll start coming up high to meet you. And eventually enough of them firing will get plasma shots through the grating, and that's a very bad day for you. Not that I would have personal experience with that in one of my practice runs.
No, nobody's ever had to restart because of that.
Here's the thing, like, that little enemy spawner that spawns the Plasma Hulk, or sorry, the Fusion Hulks, spawns 5 of them every time you go through that room. Yeah. Wow. But
Ridiculous.
they all tend to stay close in together, and yeah, just go for the invincibility there and just slug it out with these guys. But, I mean, the way it's all set up is that when you finally get into that room proper to start messing with them, they're all nice and neatly lined up for your own penetrating fusion beams.
Oh, that's nice.
Or a Mega Missile.
Well, we'll see how I handle it when I get around to it. Also, abusing my invulnerability for as long as I
Well,
possibly
that's what it's
can.
there for.
What's a little collateral damage between friends?
Depends. Are we playing multiplayer or not?
Oh, I was talking about the abuse of the invulnerability.
I don't know if it counts as abuse when it's its intended function. You ever just wonder about how the
Hey, it's
scientists
there to be
go about,
used.
like, studying invulnerability? Just, like, firing off enough stuff at it? Well, sure looks invulnerable to me. I guess it's invulnerability.
And more importantly, why haven't the robots picked up these power-ups?
Oh, they must not have the right
Guess they're just
adapter
incompatible with it or something.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Your ship is a one-of-a-kind unit or
No,
something
our ship
like
is
that.
modified to,
Wait.
be able to incorporate all these weaponry, but otherwise it's supposed to be just a stock Israeli Pyro GX.
Yeah, the manual.
Oh. Well, I mean, you are going through them pretty quickly, so I guess it's not one.
What do you mean going through them pretty quickly? I've got 36 lives still.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, just another homing shot there. Because that's the only way to respond to those guys. And you'll notice I left the cloaking device behind because I want to make this easy on me. Now, come on, John. John, in the past, you know what you're doing. You're supposed to be pulling out the mega missiles. Pull out the mega missiles, John, in the past.
Or we could just concussion missile him.
Well, that's certainly one way of handling it efficiently.
I mean, I think this is the closest thing we've actually had to circle strafing in this whole game.
Wow.
Okay.
You really, not stingy with that energy, huh?
Okay, what the hell, past John? You fired off mega missiles on your test runs. Why didn't you fire them off here?
Oh, you just wanted to show off. It's natural.
If I wanted to show off, I'd have done it with a Vulcan cannon.
Flares. Or the spread fire cannon.
Or with the spread fire. Yeah, killing all those fusion hulks with flares using the energy booster right there to replenish every 100 shots. For what it's worth. Oh, you're saying?
Do flares do 1 damage or a half a point of damage? I can't remember.
1 damage.
Yeah, it's just not worth it, though. Robots don't know how to feel shame yet.
No.
Jesus.
I didn't even know there was a corner
Yeah,
there.
that texture is kind
Yeah,
of
it
sneaky.
blends
It's
in.
kind of hard to actually see what the angle is. I mean, it's the same old gray texture we've seen since, what, the beginning of the game, but here I guess it's kind of used a subtle effect, maybe? I mean,
Yeah.
it's good to read into level design a little bit, but you also have to be careful of reading too much into it. I mean, sometimes it's just a corner is just a corner that they stuck in because it would look neat.
Or to let you... You're saying?
I'm just impressed at how much mileage they've gotten out of the same assets and mechanics so far.
Yeah, it's true. The texture count in this
Yeah, I
game
mean-
isn't super high. There's a decent number of them, but it's not, like, amazingly high. They just mix them together in different ways.
Yeah, I suspect that the lights aren't, independent textures, but they're an object painted on walls, so that you can put a light onto any sort of wall texture.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah, I mean, just getting as much mileage as you can out of point sources.
Wow. Yeah. It's hard for me to wrap my head around it. That's why I
It's
never
very
really tried the game
Thomas
design.
Kincaid sort of painter of light thing.
Well, you gotta just start with something simple and then try it out. And if it looks good enough, then you can actually just stop, because the simple thing worked.
True. This is also me remembering, oh hey, I forgot to pick up the hostages.
It's fine. They've got plenty of food in there, right?
Can't have
Plenty of
that.
energy bars.
You just fold them up and put them in the back of the ship. It's great.
I mean, it's not like they haven't been waiting around since I started flying on
That's
the moon.
true. I don't know if the Pyro GX can even move at relativistic speed, so it's probably been a few months, right?
It's implied in the background that basically the GX does have a really good STL drive. And and lots of hidden passages here, which will be interesting, but...
How many different door textures are there?
I
5
think
or
there's about
6,
4
I
or
think.
5.
Well, plus
Yeah,
there's the
it's
secret
hard
door
to keep
textures,
track.
too.
Oh, cool. I really like that secret level with the one-way doors.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
mean,
have
I
to
guess
play
that's
it,
another
though.
thing that's another big, huge capital letters level design topic is the use of secret doors in order to hide resources that are essential to gameplay, like that mega missile over there. It helps keep players searching, but at the same time, I guess it's kind of annoying that you feel obligated to look for that stuff. I mean, to some extent, it's just the flavor of the game. But I mean, the other thing is the maximum carrying capacity means that if you are maxed up, maybe you don't feel like you have to go looking for them anymore.
Well, in this particular case, it's not exactly true, because you have to go through the secret passages in order to reach the red key.
Oh, so this is one of those cases where you'd see the red key, and then you have to work out how to get to it.
Yeah, it's just that because I've done this before, I can skip to going down the wrong path.
Yeah, so that way you don't take the attrition damage while you're just looking around for that one way to get there. That's actually kind of out of the way now that I look at it.
But a cloaking device up there, which, you know, I can understand why it's there, to help deal with the homing missile guys, but it just seems like one of those wasted points.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
that's the
Back
stuff.
up, back
There
up.
it is.
You still haven't
Well, I mean,
figured
the
it
good
out,
news
have
is
you?
eventually
Glitch
that
out.
spawner will run out of
There we
robots,
go.
right? Because you're not playing on Insane.
Mm-hmm. But no, it only triggers like 5 a time, so... Now it's time to be cloaked going into here. And this is straight up me knowing what's coming, so I've got, you know,
Oh
plans.
yeah, multiple ways of
For
going,
it.
but also multiple ways the robots can get to you.
But grabbing this cloaking device back here is always pretty good, because it gives you that nice time frame. And yes, for those of you keeping track at home, that's like 6 homing missile hulks hiding out in this area right beside the reactor room, or hiding out beside the reactor here.
And this is your last
I have an
cloaking device?
invulnerability still.
Well, let's just be thankful they haven't invented anything that's in the same category as homing hulks, I guess, but meaner. We had an upgrade to the regular concussion missile hulks, but they haven't upgraded the homing guys yet.
Well, I mean, how can you upgrade them? More of them? Like, more missiles being fired off?
I don't know,
Yes.
you could make them reflect your shots back at you.
That would be evil and ugly. But yeah, that's it for the second to last level.
Damn.
And I will see you guys all next time when we finish off Descent.